Hey pals, today we are taking your taste buds on an unforgettable, fiery journey to South Korea, as I'm going to show you how to whip up the most scrumptious and lip-smacking spicy Korean bulgogi pork you have ever had. Now I'm really excited to share this mouth-watering recipe from my new book with you. We're going to marinate our tender pork in a rich, spicy and savoury sauce infused with flavours like garlic, ginger, chilli and honey, and trust me, once you've tried this recipe, you'll be making it again and again.
Hey, I'm nutritionist Scott Baptie and welcome to the Food for Fitness Kitchen. In this video I am really excited to show you how to make another recipe from the brand new, soon to be released Ultimate High Protein Handbook. The book comes out on Thursday this week and it has got 80 delicious high protein recipes with all the nutrition information included, along with a barcode to easily scan it into your food diaries. Now this recipe for bulgogi pork is a winner of a midweek stir fry recipe, and if you're not a fan of pork, it works just as well with lean steak strips instead. Now traditionally you'd use gochujang paste, I hope I'm saying that properly, which is a traditional Korean chili paste. But one of the things I said when I was making the recipes for this book is that I'm not going to make any recipes that have ingredients that you would only buy once. It would sit in the cupboard and you'd never use it again. So if you have some of that paste, I'm not going to say it again, lying around, then you can easily use it. But if not, then we are going to make a delicious marinade using chili flakes and other ingredients instead. Anyway, enough talking about it, let's go and make it.
The first thing you want to do is to really finely slice up the carrot. You want to make nice, small, thin battens because we're not going to cook it for long and we don't want to have undercooked carrot in the stir fry. And then you're going to do the same with a green pepper. You could use another colour, but I think green works really well in contrast with the orange in this recipe. And then you're going to prepare your spring onions. We're doing it in two different ways. We're going to keep the green part and set that aside like I'm chopping just now and use that for a garnish. And then the white part, we're going to put that in with the other veggies. At this point in the video as well, it'd be fantastic if you could click that like button. I really do appreciate it. One of the really tasty things about this recipe is the marinade. So to make it, we're going to use soy sauce and rice wine vinegar. If you don't have rice wine vinegar, you could use apple cider. A tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of chili powder or chili flakes. You could use more or less to alter it depending on your heat preferences. 15 grams, that's about a tablespoon of honey, that gives it a delicious sweetness, along with equal measures of garlic and ginger. As always, I use an all-in-one paste for this to make prep easier. Once all of those ingredients are in the bowl, you're going to mix it all through and make sure it's nicely combined, and then get to work filleting your pork. The cut of pork that I always use for this is pork fillet. It's really lean, it's a cheap cut of meat and it's quite accessible as well, and I think it worked well in stir fries and other recipes like this. So remove any visible fat and then slice it into nice thin strips. You might need to cut it down the middle first just to again make sure you don't get them too thick, and then like I said, just slice it into reasonably uniform strips. Once you've done that, you're going to add it to the marinade. Now generally with marinades, the longer the better within reason, but you can do this for at least an hour, or if you've got a bit longer, a couple of hours, but make sure you keep it in the fridge. Again, just from a food hygiene perspective, that's where you want to put it. Don't just leave it out on the counter, but mix all of the pork through in the marinade ingredients and then pop it into the fridge for, like I said, about an hour. Once your pork is marinated for a sufficient amount of time, heat a wok with some oil in it on a high temperature and use a slotted spoon to remove the pork from the marinade. We're going to use that marinade a bit later on, so try and keep as much of it in the bowl as you can and only remove the pork and pop that in the wok. Then add the green peppers, the white part of the spring onion and the carrot, and you're going to fry this for about 5 minutes until the vegetables start to soften and the pork is fully cooked through and looking golden brown and just smelling delicious. So it should look something like this. And then you want to add the remaining marinade that you've left behind. Again, let this reduce down so it coats all of the meat and vegetables and is fully up to temperature and cook through, and then from there you're going to plate it up with whatever side you're going for, and those green parts of the spring onion you left behind, get them and just use them for a garnish.
So that's another delicious recipe from the brand new book, which comes out on Thursday. Not long now, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So make sure to click the link in the description and you can pre-order your copy of the book so it arrives the day it comes out and you can get stuck into 80 delicious high protein recipes just like this one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm off to go and eat this, and I'll speak to you later.